Monday. I had a not a gluten-free tortilla, but I think it was almost a gluten. It was a low carb tortilla the other day, and you know what? It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They've got low carb tortillas down.
Yeah, I don't think they have low carb apple pie down yet, but maybe one day. Maybe one day soon, sir. Hold on before we go. Are we going yet?
You run that part of it. I just sit here
It's just no.
and look pretty.
No, it goes. It happens exactly at. We got a few minutes here. So, why do rock stars have to tell me what I've got to do?
Because if they don't tell you, how are you going to know?
Why do I? But they tell me to do all this stuff I've got to do. It's kind of dumb. Ted Nugent tells me I've got to pretend my face is a Maserati.
I
And
don't even know what that means.
no, well, out of context, you might not know. And Brett Michaels says I've got to cry tough. And once I get to the top, I've got to go back down. Why have I got to do that?
Why can't you just stay at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked hard getting there. You told me I had to get there. And now
I'm pretty sure Paul Stanley's told me a bunch of stuff I've got to do. I've got to get up. I've got to get down. I've got to lose my mind.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Why have I got to lose my mind in Detroit Rock City?
Mm-hmm.
You lose your mind in Detroit Rock City, Paul. That's not even his real name, is it? Paul is.
Yeah, I think Paul is. Is Paul his real name?
Is Paul. Paul is Paul. Is his last name.
I don't even remember.
Paul
is Freely's first name.
Yeah.
Paul Freely?
Paul Freely. Yeah. So how's come I've got to do all that stuff? All right. I think we're
way too much time thinking about this, I think.
I do. And when you listen,
gotta settle down.
Why have I got to settle down? When you guys listen to classic rock radio, you'll hear it too. All the things that you've got to do. All of a sudden,
yeah.
Why have I got to do that?
Yeah.
You do it if you're so smart.
Has Bruce Springsteen ever told anybody
probably.
What they gotta do?
Yeah, probably.
Because he is the boss.
You probably got to do some stuff. I don't know.
Is that the bell for
go? Yeah, that's okay. There we go. All right, we're going. Hey, everybody, this is Matt, and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for tuning in to our Friday reveal. We've got a few things to talk about today. Most notably, King Charles has appointed Prince William and Princess Kate, Prince and Princess of Wales. Now, little known fact, he has also appointed and bestowed upon yours friend and mine, Chris Besker, the title the Duke of Cool, the Earl of Funk, and the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. Congratulations, Chris.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think that's pretty neat.
It's a big step up from Sirloin of Beef,
which was a great porno name.
Loin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just call me Loin.
So
better gird your loin.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah.
I think gird. I think it basically means cover up your junk, is what it means.
You would think that someone with the pedigree that you have and the king has given you all these, bestowed upon you all these titles, probably should not use the word junk.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so now I can do it. But you can't.
Is how little of my English accent is left after all these years.
Yeah, but what do you
living among the
commoners?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So we've got some cool stuff to reveal tonight, and we've got a question for everybody, and we also have a bottle of rockin' vodka. Now, Joy got this. She had to order it because you can't just go to the LQ here in Colorado and get this.
You can't go to the package store?
No, they don't have it here in Colorado. We would have to drive to Nebraska to get this, but you can order it direct from Rockin' Vodka, I guess. And so Joy has ordered a bottle, and we got it. And do you know why?
I do know why you want this bottle and you want this vodka.
Oh, so
Where you drank it all and filled it up with water.
Yeah, I think that don't be surprised if very, very soon I will be doing a live stream from my living room sampling the Rockin' Vodka.
Okay.
Unless you want to have some, I don't know that we want to have, but like you could come over if you wanted, and we could do a live from the house, and we could have a little Rockin' Vodka with,
sure.
I got some Skull Ice.
I was gonna say we can maybe make a very rockin' drink with this.
I would call mine a mixed drink.
Well, yeah, but something that puts the rock in vodka.
I dig that.
Besides the rocks.
So that would be a
skull shaped.
That would be super cool to do. And I want to see if we can, you know how they say dress for the job you want.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly I am dressed for the job that I have, but I would love to product place for the products you want to sponsor you. So, we have a lot of great people that help out the channel. Flipside Music, the Great American Guitar Store, Steve from Maximum Guitar Works, Dylan and Leslie from Dylan Talks Tone, Dylan Pickups, Dan and Calvin at Tonewood Experts, Chris and Dina from Odyssey Beer Works, John and Cheryl from Bitterroot Guitars, and Nigel from Forstner Guitars in Queensland, Australia. Links in the description below, you guys. But wouldn't it be cool if Rockin' Vodka was a sponsor of the channel? I submit to you, gentle viewer, let them know we're here. We're ready to sit around drinking and talk about Rockin' Vodka.
Yeah.
So anyway,
this next 30 minutes sponsored by Rockin' Vodka.
We promise to not do that from the start. We don't know what's going to happen inside 30 minutes, but yeah. So Chris, we have you've got some really awesome paint stuff to show everybody, which I'm very excited about. And I have a question for everyone. I'm going to move the microphone so we can get the guitars in there. So I have a question for everyone, and that is, let's make that go to a place. There you go. Do we really need a double cutaway Texas Toast guitar?
I don't know. I mean,
you and I have been spending so much time making challengers lately, and that's what I love. And so now I have what I consider to be I probably don't have a little bit of time to do this, but some time to kind of draw stuff out and make some MDF templates and see what I think before I turn, nice wood into kindling. And every single time I make a double cutaway, I like it and I don't like it. I like it. I just don't like it as much as I like the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see some of the stuff that we have to show you here in a moment, I think you'll see why. Because the challengers represent almost a decade of refinement for us. We've got, and you guys know this. We talk about it all the time, how many iterations we've gone through. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to shut up. But what do you think, Chris? Do we really need a double cutaway?
I think we should keep working on it, but don't force it. And when we come up with something good, then we'll know it. But do we need it? No. Would it be cool to have? Maybe. I want to have the right one. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And we don't want to have something that just looks like a Strat with a slightly changed something or another. Ooh, let's just make a Strat a quarter of an inch bigger all the way around.
There you go.
Done.
It's hard to design a new thing, even especially if you try to make it familiar.
Yeah. I was looking at PRSs today, just because we were looking at double cuts, and I started at somebody else's and ended up at PRSs, and was looking at those, and I was like, that shape is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of not cool ones, I don't think, and there's a lot of stuff that just looks too much like existing stuff.
That's really the tricky thing. And I guess you look at the Challenger and you're like, well, It kind of looks a little bit like a Telecaster. It kind of looks a little bit like a Les Paul, but it also looks like its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe it's just that I've been around those long enough that they don't look odd to me, although it never looked odd.
I almost wonder what if we went away from something traditional and went with something a little more, not like a Flying V and not like an Explorer, but something that's more angular maybe, or maybe something that, like, what's the big payback for a double cutaway? Allegedly you can get higher up,
and that's always been our thing is when you start trying to get upper fret access, you run into all sorts of other issues with the design, and then you end up doing some weird things to it.
Yeah.
And even as cool as the PRS is, I don't know that I would want to make a body like that. There's some weird things on that one too that I don't like, that I wouldn't want to do. It looks fine, but from a production standpoint,
we certainly wouldn't
like
want to copy a PRS.
No, but there's certain design elements to that guitar that are like, oh yeah, okay, it's that's a tricky bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Yeah, how do you get in and sand that acute angle where the
uh-huh.
body meets the neck?
Yeah, and they do it. I don't know that I want to do it.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. And you know, the world is full of Strats and things that look like Strats, and that might as well be Strats. You know.
Yeah, we
Ivan
certainly
has a whole company based on
now,
Strats.
How many times have we built Strats and sold them, and it took a long, long time to sell them?
Yeah.
For some reason, Strats aren't in our wheelhouse.
No, I think we try and make them a little too Stratty sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's funny because daily drivers, Telecasters, are a fairly easy sell.
Yeah, we have often done very well with single cutaway guitars or no cutaway guitars. Yeah. So, yeah.
Ooh, let's make a no cutaway Strat.
Good idea. Let's see what you guys are saying. Joe says, like my Challenger, looking forward to getting the next one in November. Rod says he's looking to get his first. He's looking forward to getting his first one. Ed says got a Challenger on order. Hope that his son's Super Casanova gets revealed soon. It probably will.
You can't reveal that one.
Oh, that's right. That's true, because that may. Well, you know why, Ed. So yeah. But you and I have been working on some double cutaway ideas for a long, long time. And, you know, we've made like copies of other people's stuff. We made Strats, we made SGs. We've made some PRS style things. We made some stuff that was not exactly like a PRS, but as soon as you incorporate some of the design elements, it looks an awful lot like a PRS.
There's a couple of things where as soon as you do it, it looks like a PRS. You can probably take a Strat and do those things and go, oh, PRS. Yeah.
And if you make a flat top guitar that looks like a PRS, it looks an awful lot like a Korean or an Indonesian PRS.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not exactly what we do. You know what I mean? So I just don't know. So
we have a lot of interesting ideas with the Challenger coming up. So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. So
we'll let the double cut happen organically.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Ed says he doesn't watch the channel, but he defers to artists. Okay, well, you never know then.
Maybe we'll do it closer to
closer to when it's time to get done. Let's take a super chat from Leslie Ann. Bobby Dill here. He says he loves his Texas Toast double cut. Well, he does have one of the few Texas Toast double cuts. Here's to little Bobby D. Friday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for the super chat.
That's what we should show off.
The little Bobby D.
Yeah.
It's not I can't do anything with that neck until the binding arrives because he wants tortoise binding and I can't do the tort binding.
We got that coming.
Yeah. So it's probably be here
Sort of
next week.
spaced it
So
out. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming next week. We're gonna have a lot of reveals, I think, next week.
I think we're gonna have a real buttload.
Mm-hmm.
But like so we have made a bunch of double cutaway stuff. Like here's a double cutaway. The prostitute. Now
Mm-hmm.
this is not our design though. It's got our headstock, but that's it. And this was just built because I wanted to do one for the class, and I wanted to make sure that the contours looked right, because people want to come and they want to build an SG, and so that's cool. But this is we made a couple, 3 of these, and they're really neat. And this is one of my favorite guitars of all time.
Yeah, it's one of your favorite guitars of all time. So these just sort of happen.
Yeah, but now this is
some wood.
Yeah,
And I got this new template.
I'm gonna make one.
Might as well make half a dozen SGs.
But this is a cool guitar, and I don't know. I've got a couple more going, and I'll probably make a few more until I get tired of making them, and then I'll just be done, because this is. I love it, but this is a really neat guitar, and I love the paint on this one. I'm actually doing a 3 pickup white one. You don't know about that one yet.
I do.
Do you? Okay.
We talked about it this morning.
Yeah, because that's a guitar that, like I said,
no,
15-year-old.
Yeah, I know.
15-year-old Matt really wanted a SG custom. So, but I don't know. You can imagine we can't make a bunch of these, because frankly, if you want one of these and you want to get it now, you can just go to Guitar Center and buy it. Now, if it's important to you that the person who made your guitar gives a shit about your guitar, then come talk to us. But if you just want one of these, okay, then yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think the ad copy for this would be Texas Toast Prostitute, built by guys who give a shit.
Yep.
Made by hands that actually care. Anyway, all right. So so I really do like this one. I think this one is super, super cool. It's really heavy too.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put this one together anytime soon? Do you think?
Yeah.
We have pickups and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll keep this one too. All right.
You
what
don't
else?
keep anything. You don't keep any of the guitars.
I know.
So yeah. Yeah.
I know.
I don't know. You want to show off that one?
Yeah, let's show off this one. Let's see what the audience is up to real quick
Okay.
here, and see.
It was a short week, and I found ourselves running out of a couple of key parts, and so I did a lot of assembly and a lot of moving forward of projects and people's stuff, but I don't have all the parts to finish one single guitar.
Yeah.
Which seems weird, because we buy stuff by like the 30 pack, but all of a sudden you're out of a couple of things and you're like, oh shit, I didn't even see that coming.
Yeah.
So I thought I had more of it. So yeah, we need a guy like Forrest White to come in and make sure that we have parts in all the bins every week.
But there's a lot of people who are like, don't make PRS. Yeah, we don't make PRSs, and it's hard to make stuff that doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Paul says, why does it have to look like a Strat? Great question. And he talks about the Gibson Les Paul double cut, both juniors and carved top, and those are great too.
Yeah. But those are also existing things, and we're trying to come up with something that is familiar but different.
And I love the Les Paul double cut, and there's actually one sitting right over there, and there's another one that's going pretty soon. So in fact, I think that I've got some other one. Yeah, because I love Hamers. But after a while, I'm going to be like, man, I'm kind of done making this guitar.
Well, yeah.
And like a Les Paul with that's just symmetrical with 2 cutaways is also stupid cool. So
let's do. Ooh, here's a good idea. Let's do a double cut Devo style with the broken horn, and we'll do it
with a horn going. I always liked the Devo Cloud guitar. That was, remember that one? It was an Ibanez, and it was a blue cloud, but it was like a Les Paul custom. It was 5-ply binding.
That's a great idea.
I loved that. I don't want to make that guitar. Don't anybody ask me if I will, but I loved that guitar.
It's like Tisco tulips and stuff like that. Just really dumb looking. Yeah.
Nope. All right. You know what though? Let's show off some of the guitars that
Sometimes
you.
it's good to know what you don't want to make, as much as it is what you do want to make.
Now, this is a Challenger that you just painted the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and it is positively beautiful. I love this thing, but very subdued, very what would you call this color combination?
Well, I kind of think that's like iced tea burst.
Mm-hmm.
We did a guitar similar for a guy that called it green burst for the Peter Green.
That's right.
Guitar. I was glad that we weren't actually painting the guitar green, and that it's just like this light sienna burst. I don't know. Gibson's got all sorts of new names for colors and sunbursts that they've had forever.
We've had a lot of guitars that were black on the reveals lately. Look how this like stands out against my shirt, everybody.
Yeah, I forgot to design my new shirt.
Get a load of there you go. Yeah, this thing.
It's going to say reveal across here.
Now, Chris, tell everybody what is going on here, and then I'll move to the back, and you can tell them what's going on there.
What do you mean?
Well, the
Which
color
part?
wise,
Well,
and
so
what's going on, and what more importantly, what's not going on.
What's not going on is it's not glossy. It's a I guess I'd call it like a low sheen.
This is our
It's not
73 finish, is what
Yeah,
we're calling
that's
this.
what
This
we're
is a
calling it.
vintage level of sheen.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of guitars on Facebook. I follow this this shop, and it used to be a museum called and it was, I think, Birdsong Museum. I think it was in Nashville, and that place closed, but all the guitars ended up at this shop called Well Strung. And they show off stuff, and they have stuff for sale. And something that I started noticing on vintage, like mint vintage instruments that aren't all beat to hell and not relic, but beat up and player worn and all that, is that the guitar starts to take on this low luster.
Yeah, it's not
look.
a patina, but you're right. It is a
soft,
low luster.
Soft shine kind of a thing. And unfortunately, 2D doesn't really do it. But it's got some shine. You can kind of see that it's reflecting light, unlike a fully matte finish or what we used to call the durable thin.
And this is not quite the durable thin. Like I said, it's
got more sheen to it, but it's definitely not high gloss, buffed to within an inch of its life.
Lefty, this has a little more sheen than an eggshell style kind of paint. Yeah. So Daryl wants to know, for the second or third or 80th time, why didn't we continue with the honey badger? And the fact is, Daryl, we are still continuing with it.
Yeah.
We just don't know where to go with it.
Yeah.
So.
And
But we've actually, I actually glued up another honey badger this week, and I'm like, But Chris, I want you to tell everyone what's not going on in the back.
There's
too.
no burst. It's all natural, which is something that's very, very difficult for me to do or not do, because I love bursting things so much.
But everything
almost
just
as much as I love Twix.
Everything just sort of came together on this. Like the neck perfectly matched the body.
Yeah, and it's not like super flashy, but it's super cool.
Yeah.
And it's gonna look really neat with the trem bridge and
we're gonna do
all the fun
chrome.
Yeah, lots of chrome
stuff. Yeah,
the chromes.
Or do you want to do like a zebra?
I don't know.
That might be cool too. Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, that might be fun too.
So
anyway, so this is one of the funny things when they're not super glossy. A lot of the figure and the wood just sort of blends away.
Yeah, you can't see it on the screen, but you can see it in real life. It's like
you'll be able to see it because it's got a bunch.
Yeah. This one wasn't a particularly flaming.
But it does have some,
and you can tell on the side where the reveal binding is. But but I want you guys to know something. I will do heavily figured maple, but generally speaking, I don't like to, because it looks fake.
Yeah, I don't like it to look.
The crazier it is, the more fake it
and I don't
looks.
like to make it pop, because I like it when it pops on its own.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to force that issue. Although other people do it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks great. Cool.
Yeah.
So
Paul says that's a Nevada burst, a Nevada desert burst. I get you want more original.
Sun faded, yeah.
Sun
Like
faded.
it's like it's sat out. Looks like a old car or something like that.
And Paul, I love the Les Paul double cutaway. And like I said, there's a couple of them floating around here that will eventually get this level of done at the very least. And I'm sure they'll get put together. But yeah, this thing is awesome. But wait, so this is what we are calling the Challenger Standard, right? So it is the semi-hollow maple top burst with the maple binding on the neck and the body, Honduran mahogany back and neck, black poison wood fretboard, all Hipshot everything. This has a Hipshot bridge, or pure juice humbuckers, unless you decide to change it to something else. So yeah, but you've got something that people have been waiting to see.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, you'll see it today, and then you'll see it when it's completed.
Probably not a week from today, but very, very soon.
Yeah, here, you can hold it because it's easier to
Woo! Mercy. So
that almost looks like a carb top.
that's because it is, sir. So this is okay. So this is our, I don't know, Challenger carb top.
Especial.
This thing is super cool, you guys. This really is neat. Also done in our 73 finish. So
now you can see some sheen,
yeah,
some shine.
So carved
And
maple top. I'm going to show that off. Black poison wood fretboard, Honduran mahogany back and neck, and of course, I don't know if you guys can see it. This one is in fact a carved top. And I almost peed when I saw how good this looked.
I told you were
love
going to
this
pee your
thing.
pants.
Yeah.
And you saw it. Because,
Yeah.
I was doing it, and I was like, I don't know why, but it just, because I did everything the same as I do on a bunch of others, and it turned out really cool looking. And for some reason, even more vibrant than normal.
Yeah.
You know?
So what would you call this burst, Chris?
So usually we call this the hammer burst, but I was also thinking it looks, and this sounds, it doesn't look like, I almost want to call it the harmony burst, because it's got, although those were really black and red and yellow, but it's just really, really dark on the edge. And then it bleeds into that red and amber color.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So this one will also have the Hipshot hardtail bridge, string through, pure juice pickups. Yeah, get a load of the burst on the back. Ooh, Lord have mercy, you
Yeah,
guys.
it turned out really neat.
The neck is burst like this thing looks like $100 million.
And I don't know why I like bursting necks so much, but I just love the way it looks.
I think it's because a lot of people don't do it the way you do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like here's what happens on most burst necks. They burst here,
Thud.
they burst here, and that's it. And you burst all the way down the neck, and it looks super, super cool.
I think the idea
Dan says, come on, call it the Fesker burst.
Yeah, I think the idea that this at one point was as brown as the rest of the guitar, and it wore away.
Yeah,
and turned into
that's
this
kind of what it's
kind of a thing. I think that's kind of the look that everybody is looking for, but it's not really how it works.
Yeah.
You know, like violins, I think maybe that happens on. So
this, guys, is the carb top. Now we've got another one that's going to Vincent in Hong Kong with two P90s. It's a little different from this in that the carb is scooched forward a little bit. And that is the one that we are basing all of our carb tops on. I'm like, that's the one I want. So we will have a bunch of carb tops to show you guys coming up really soon, because, and I know I fought it for a long time, but man, like this thing doesn't weigh anything, because it is also semi-hollow body, maple top, flame maple top, Honduran mahogany back and neck. And yeah, this is a super, what would you say this weighs in at now? And I realize it's going to get more stuff, but it's really light.
It's really light. Yeah.
I don't think this is
No
going to
final
weigh a
for-
whole lot more than 7 pounds once it's done.
Yeah, that sounds about
Even though it has a 3/4 inch maple top,
right. Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really, really cool guitar.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of other really, really cool ones right after it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of carb tops coming, and they
Mhm.
all look really, really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and we're getting some new processes down and some stuff that
Mm-hmm.
I think really looks cool and good. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to put a bunch of guitars together. So
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of completed guitars in the coming reveals.
yeah, there'll be a bunch.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, my good friend, my old buddy, my good friend, Richard Ryan says maybe something cheeky. Which now, if you know Richard,
Cheeky.
you know that he is
Cheeky.
he is a man. He is a wordsmith, and so he knows. Maybe something cheeky like burst of tone burst. So
for names,
Richard, I haven't seen you in a long time, and I do miss you. So Jeffrey says the darker the burst, the better the tone. Everybody knows that.
Yep.
Paul says you like bursting because you're so god dang good at it. More spraying videos, online tuition, please. You know what? We could do more of those. We've got some videos coming your way on Sunday. I've got a Patreon and YouTube member exclusive neck through content coming on Sunday.
Yeah.
As well as we've got more of our deep dive into your neck sucks, how to make the best neck possible.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to do any spray videos because I've been told that I do it wrong.
You know what though, Chris? There's always going to be people who like to. Yeah.
For as much praise as I get here, there's still people that say, "Nope, you're doing it wrong."
Yeah.
You know, what are you waving the gun around like that? What are you doing?
I can tell you this now. Take this as you will.
Okay.
One of the guys who paints guitars at Paul Reed Smith every day likes a lot of the stuff that we do.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very, very nice guy who
Yeah.
often says, "Hey, that looks great."
Yeah. Well, and one of the things, you know, we're not really in the production mode. I don't sit there and paint nothing but sunbursts all day long. And it takes me a little longer to do a sunburst than it does. I've seen the Gibson video. I know how long it takes them.
Yep.
And
They make that noise too.
They do, yeah. and then they flip it over and do the same. And you know, but that's not what we do. So I get to spend a little bit more time and make them, you know, the way I think they should be.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I watched the guy on Facebook from Fender, and he does some cool stuff. And yeah, it's fun. It's one of the few things that I'm actually good at that's somewhat artistic.
So Lefty says that he doesn't like the Gibson burst, and I get that. I love Gibsons.
Yeah,
I love bursts, but I'm not a huge fan of that kind of teardrop shape that they do.
Teardrop that they do, and it really for a long time I didn't even notice it, and then all of a sudden I started noticing it.
Well, because we started going just around
all the way around.
Yeah,
you do it's all the way around.
God, this carved top is nice, dude.
And I've noticed it on other guitars that
Bobby Dill says it looks awful. We better give it to him so he can redo it. Bobby Dill does some really nice paint work too.
Yeah. So
Joe says he loves that he's putting a regular Challenger on his 2023 shopping list. Joe, your 24 fret telly shipped this week. I already sent you an email, so you know that.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for the kind words.
J-Van says that he likes the perimeter burst and he likes the teardrop burst, so that's cool too. Have we shown off his purple one yet? Can we show that real quick before we?
Purple one?
Yeah, you know the one that's over there, the PMF one. You know the one.
Purple.
Yep.
Over here.
Yep.
Oh, purple. Yeah.
Have we shown that one off yet?
No, I don't think.
Let's show it off real quick because J-Van's here and yeah.
That's not me blowing off dust.
So if you are, if you don't like bursts, but you like, if you like bursts and you like metal flake, get a load of this because it's got a little of each. So we've got the purple metal flake, the PMF on the top, and this one has a burst on the back.
Yep.
Because I like it. Woo, man. This is like, oh, dang, son. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, it is pretty neat. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and it's got reveal binding and purple metal flake.
And purple metal flake. Yeah.
Super fun.
So it's got, I'm digging this. We should probably get this.
Really close.
Get this guy, but we've got so many things that we're getting buttoned up, guys. If you've got a guitar, there's a rack of 20 guitars over there that are like this far along.
And then there's 4 or 5 more on the other rack.
That's right. So
I told somebody the other day, I think we probably have 25 or 30 guitars.
Yeah.
Like on the move at all times.
Now, in case anyone says it needs to be sanded, it's got orange peel. Yeah, we know it's got to get wet sanded and buffed. So
get wet sanded and buffed, but it's going to be really rad when it's done. So
yep. Metal flake won't make you play any better, but it'll get you laid faster.
It might.
That's in the motorcycle world. What do they say? It doesn't make your bike any faster, but you get
yeah. Metal flake. I mean, yeah,
metal flake is pretty rad. So yeah, this thing's awesome. So all right, well, Chris, I have some stuff to do tonight. I know you do too. So why don't we go ahead and call it a week? I've got a couple things I got to come in and do tomorrow, but not too much. And I've got home projects to do. So I'd like to thank Joy for bringing in the Rockin' Vodka. Who knows, Chris? Maybe we'll get a Rockin' Vodka sponsorship. I happen to know that when Double J puts her mind to it, that's what happens. That's what happens, buddy. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in to our Friday reveal. Hope you guys had fun. We'll see you Sunday for the premiere video. And if you are a Patreon member or a YouTube member, you can also check out the exclusive neck through content. So until Sunday, we'll see you guys then. This is Matt at Texas Toast, reminding you have a great weekend. And if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what I did. We'll see you later, guys. Take care.
You're good.
Okay. What up?